Welcome to the Leaders Academy podcast. Today's episode, what LLMs actually are and why the architecture still matters in 2026. Most executives I speak to in 2026 are signing million-dollar AI contracts without being able to explain what an LLM actually does. That gap is a business risk. Joining me today is someone who can close it fast.
And the gap matters more than people think, because the architecture decisions vendors make directly affect what your system can and cannot do reliably.
Let's start at the foundation. What is an LLM stripped of the marketing?
It is a statistical model trained to predict the next token, essentially the next word fragment, given everything that came before it. It does this billions of times during training on vast text corpora, adjusting internal weights until those predictions become extraordinarily accurate. The result is a system that has compressed an enormous amount of human-generated language into numerical relationships.
So it is pattern matching at scale, not reasoning in any meaningful sense?
That distinction is becoming harder to draw cleanly in 2026. Models like GPT-5 and Gemini Ultra 2 demonstrate emergent behaviors that look functionally like reasoning for many business tasks. But the underlying mechanism is still probabilistic, not logical. When the model is wrong, it is wrong confidently, and that is where architecture understanding saves you from expensive mistakes.
Explain architecture. What should a senior executive actually care about there?
3 things. Context window, which is how much information the model can hold in active attention at once. Leading models today are hitting 2 million tokens, which is roughly 1,500 pages of text. Training data cutoff, which determines what the model knows natively versus what you have to feed it. And model size measured in parameters, which correlates roughly with capability, but also with inference cost and latency.
How does context window size translate into a real business decision?
If you are running contract analysis across a 100-page agreement, a model with a small context window will literally not see the full document in one pass. It will miss clauses. Microsoft's enterprise deployments, according to their published case studies, showed materially different accuracy rates on legal review tasks when they moved from 128,000 to 1 million token contexts. The architecture was the variable, not the prompt.
What about the training cutoff? Executives often assume these models know what happened last quarter.
They do not, unless you inject that information deliberately through retrieval systems or fine-tuning. A model trained with data through late 2025 has no native knowledge of a competitor's Q1 2026 earnings, a regulatory change, or a market shift. Organizations that miss this ship confidently wrong analysis to their boards.
One concrete takeaway for the executive listening to this right now.
Before your next vendor meeting, ask 2 questions. What is the training data cutoff for the model powering this product? And how does the system handle information that postdates it? If the vendor cannot answer both clearly, that is your signal to probe much harder before signing.
Precise, practical, and no PhD required. Thanks for joining us. To go further, Leaders Academy offers strategic training programs, diagnostic tools, and an executive self-assessment designed for CMOs, CDOs, CFOs, and leaders aiming for board-level performance. Explore everything at mba-training.com. Thank you for listening to the Leaders Academy podcast. See you tomorrow for another episode.